Hello,
Hello. How are you, man?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm good too. Thank you.
That's great to know. How was your day?
There was a regular one. So.
That's nice. All right. So, what would you like to talk about today?
What is there in the topic? I haven't seen the documentary.
I didn't get the chance either. I'll check it right away.
Okay.
All right. In the meantime, sir, where are you from?
I'm from Bihar, but right now I'm in New Delhi.
You're currently in Delhi.
Yeah.
All right. Delhi has beautiful weather today.
Yeah. For the past 3 or 4 days.
Right. It's such a treat.
Yeah. It rained.
Uh,
2 days back.
right. Right. I think, but the weather again starts to be the same as usual from tomorrow. I checked the weather report. It's going to be hot tomorrow, hot and humid again.
Okay.
Right. So I think it was only temporary relief.
But in coming times, monsoon will be there, so I think we will get some relief.
Right. I think monsoon has arrived in Mumbai, so in Maharashtra. It
Yeah.
usually comes after Maharashtra in Delhi.
Yeah.
All right. So the topic that we have for the day, sir, is age.
Age.
Right. Is it something you would like to talk about?
I don't know what to talk about, so you can ask questions, or maybe I will try to
It's an
answer.
interesting topic. It's
Okay.
mostly an interesting topic. I like talking about it with clients.
Okay. Then
All right.
let's go for it.
Um, okay. So what comes to your mind when I say that age is just a number?
I think to it's generally said to people who are very old ages, so that they don't lose hope, and you can, isn't it so? Yeah.
Yes, but that's a very bleak way to put it. That it's just said so that they don't lose hope.
Yeah. I mean, if you tell them you are retired, you are you are not capable of anything, then they might feel otherwise. So we tell them age is just a number. There's still so much you can do and you achieve. Let's start working out. Maybe
Yes.
would yeah. So
So do you think?
yeah,
Yes, please continue.
to encourage them to so they don't lose their mind and they're happy to hear all these things. So I think we
Uh-huh.
have devised this sentence to say age is just a number.
All right. Okay. So do you think that this is true that age is just a number, or do you not believe in it? Do you think it's just something which is said? You don't believe in it necessarily.
I mean, somewhat it's true because if your health is okay, then you can do a lot of things because you are very experienced at that time. And if you don't lose your mind and if you have good mental health, then you can utilize your experience that you have gained over the years to do something good, and you could be more available to the society.
Right. Right. Correct. I agree with it myself. Yes. Um, but do you think when we say age is just number in the most practical sense, does it apply to everything or it's selective?
Selective, I'm talking about human beings and to people.
No, for example, let's say I say that age is just a number, um, but there are a lot of things which cannot be done after a certain age. Probably they're
Yeah.
physical in nature or mental in nature. So do you think it applies to everything that age is just a number or it's selective?
I think to some it's selective because I will, no matter how what I do, I will lose my body muscle. I will won't be that strong enough at that age. But
Mhm.
still, you can. If you are mentally fit, then you can. For that, we can say that your age is just a number because you could be as sharp as ever. So in that sense, age is just a number. But physically, I don't think that's the case.
Physically, it doesn't apply as widely, right, sir? Okay. So Another question here is, do you think people when they're older they become less social with age?
That doesn't apply to everyone. Some people they have a lot of time, so they will go to party. But people who don't like to go out, so and this time they are not forced to, so they will stay at home because when you are working, you have to go to your work, you have to meet people. So both way, I think they have their own option. If you want to socialize, you can go out and socialize, and if you want to stay at home, you can stay at home. So it's your choice.
Already it becomes more flexible. It becomes a choice,
Yeah, yeah. You're
right?
not forced to
Okay.
do anything.
Um. Yes, exactly. They're, they don't have to do anything against their will, right? Okay. So, which age, sir, are you looking forward to, being at? For example, I'm 22 right now. I'm looking forward to being 27 or 28. So, similarly, from your age, which age are you looking forward to?
Actually, I'm 28, so this is the age. I don't looking forward to any. This is the. I mean, this is it.
Prime
Whatever
age.
I have to. Yeah, whatever I have to do, I have to do it now.
Uh-huh. But still, like, um, another client I spoke to, they said that they're looking forward to being 60, after they've retired, so that they can relax. So, similarly, is there a particular age that you're looking forward to?
No, actually, I don't think about retirement. I mean, this is the concept that I don't know why this has been so much highlighted. You need to retire and do. I mean, why should I retire? I should do whatever I want till the time that I want. And retirement, even for work, I think this is in context of working for a company and then retiring from there. I'm working on things so that I won't have to work, let's say, in 10 to 10 to 20 years going forward. So I will be retired in that sense and do whatever I have planned to do.
All right, that sounds very practical, very feasible,
Yeah. Because
right?
when you are 60, I don't think you will be able to enjoy that time anyway. As already said that you are not that physically fit, or you might get diseased because it's so common to get disease at that time. So I don't know
Uh-huh.
what people are looking at being 60, what they are hoping to get at 60.
I mean, I think it's a very perspective specific thing, right? Like there are so many people who, after they've retired and with their savings, they go and travel the world. Until then, of course, it's important that you're physically fit. It's an important
For that,
factor.
anything can happen. So I don't know whether I will be alive at 60. So why wait that long? It has so many factors, so many variables. It's hard to decide what is going to happen next year. So planning till 60 is very far-fetched dream for me.
It's a long shot,
Yeah. And I don't want to
right?
sacrifice something in present so that I have a dream that I will do something at 60.
Mhm. Oh, that's a very practical thing to say. Absolutely, it's primarily being more mindful and living
Yeah.
in your present,
Yes.
right? Okay, so then what according to you is what is your perception of aging gracefully? How does one age gracefully?
Uh, so with age, if you become better at something, or let's say some people when they age, they start losing interest and they sort of take like get alone. They don't like mingling with
Isolate
people.
themselves.
Yeah, isolate themselves. So gracing, I mean, aging gracefully, as per me, it means whatever you're doing, you are doing in a better way. Even if you're aging, you are becoming more perfect and you are more becoming more active. So that's my way of saying aging gracefully.
But if you could probably help me understand it in more detail, how would you like to age? For example, I would like to age with more knowledge. I'd like to have read more books about different things. I'd like to have traveled more as I age. When I say age, I just don't mean like old age, but just as I age, as I climb the ladder up. So more knowledge, more contribution to society, more learnings, experiential learning. So that is my idea of aging gracefully. What is yours?
My idea of aging gracefully means having more power, more money, more
Mhm.
influence over people, and
Okay,
have enough control over my time. What and I have the power to decide how I'm going to spend my time. So
right.
that, according to me, is aging gracefully. As I grow older, I need to have more control over my time. I know what I need to do, whatever I wishes I have, I should be able to fulfill it. So that's my idea.
All right, okay. How dedicatively do you strive towards work-life balance? Because it's a difficult, thing to achieve in our time.
For me, it's not that difficult. I work in a PSU, so they don't disturb when I'm out of my office. So it's and I get 2 days off, Saturday and Sunday. And after working hours, it's like I forget I work, so it's okay for me.
All right. Which PSU do you work in, sir? My father also works in a PSU.
It's a small, it's a general insurance company. I don't know when they will privatize it, but till that time, it's okay.
All right, right. My father also works in a PSU, so I thought, what if you're somewhere with him? I think we have mostly covered up the topic age. So, anything else that you'd like to talk about further?
What are you interested in? Because I like to have deep conversation where I can talk in detail. So it's good if you have some interest, and if our interest matches, then we can talk on that.
So you're asking in general, what are the things or topics that I find myself
Yeah,
interested in?
yeah.
So I have academic experience in psychology and political science.
Okay.
So my interests are at the intersection of the two.
I was
You
I had interest in psychology. I read so many books, and I in fact enrolled for masters in psychology from IGNOU because I couldn't pursue whole. But I didn't pursue it because I chose CFA. So for that I'm studying. So I put that on hold, but
So what
I'm
is
still
CFA,
interested.
sir?
Chartered Financial Analyst.
All right. So quite opposite psychology and CFA.
Yeah, actually I'm interested. Psychology I didn't pursue because I need a degree because I don't think I will ever need. I just out of interest I thought I should study this.
Not for
Bec-
career per se, but
yeah,
like just
yeah,
interest.
yeah. But I
Right.
thought if it's just for interest, then I can study book myself. So I take exam. But I mean, I will complete it because I have time for that. So right now I'm doing CFA because and I'm planning to do it within 3 years. So I can, sort of quit this job and start something
How
else.
in 3 years, sir? What is the duration of the degree?
Actually, there are three levels: level one, level two, and level three. So
All
they,
right.
they will just provide you the study material and you have to take
Okay.
exams. So if everything goes as planned and if I don't fail any of them, then 2023, I think I will be done with the three levels.
All right. Oh no, no, I understand. So I'm also pursuing a degree from IGNOU. It's a degree in CSR, which is corporate social
Yeah,
responsibility. So, I'm still. This is my first year. I think it's just a diploma, so it's a 1 year thing.
they
So,
have so many courses. They have 6 months courses. I thought I should do that yoga course, but that's
out of
what I think.
interest.
Yes,
No, no, definitely. They have a lot of courses, but I think there is a limit, right, to how many degrees one can do in a particular year.
yes.
Something on the lines. Otherwise, it may become invalid. So I think it's something like that. But yes, it has a lot of nice degree. And in fact, I think the material that IGNU provides is also very helpful. It's very descriptive in nature.
I think it's just copy pasted because I have read the books, I still have them. But that coherence is not there. So you start it's not that connected. They have written something and suddenly I find from somewhere else they have pasted something. So I think I need some good books to, study.
Oh, all right.
For
Maybe
me,
it's
I
not
didn't work.
that specific. Maybe it's subject specific how the material is. I am from humanities background. So primarily I look for humanities material, even for other subjects.
Okay.
Have you heard of this site called eGyan Kosh?
Yeah, there you can download the PDF.
Yeah, it's IGNU site. So I
Actually,
found
I
that
bought
videos
the.
too good.
Actually, I paid for the printed material, so they sent me all the resources.
Oh, I did too. I also have these are my resources lying up here, which I need
Okay.
to study this summer vacation to get the degree. But I've also checked their site, and I found their material to be, in fact, well organized. It was very precise.
Okay.
So something if you don't study in detail for an exam, you can just take out IGNU material and mug it up. I found it to be of that type.
Actually, if I don't understand, I cannot mug up. It doesn't stay with me.
Um, right. I think it's an advantage as well as a disadvantage.
Yeah, because I've seen people just before exam they study and they pass with good marks. I'm not able to do
Yes,
that because I don't understand what they're saying and I cannot hold it in my mind if I don't know what is there.
if I don't
So
understand the meaning, yes. Oh, no, no, I absolutely agree with you. So, how do you, while you're studying, in the process, how do you differentiate learning from memorizing while you're studying?
I try to relate it with other things that I already know. If I can fit into that, I think I have learned something. But there are certain things that you need to remember as well in order to apply. Because in economics, there are data, there are lots of data like inflation rate, there are formulas. So you cannot do anything about that. You have to remember that. But if you, apart from that, these are very practical things. We see these in daily life. That's why I chose in psychology because it's like domain independent. You can apply it everywhere. And
Right.
same is with finance. Even whatever
Hmm.
work we are doing, at the end of the day we are working for salary, and how to
Right.
sort of invest and use it. That's the thing. So both are the things I have chosen because these are of interest to me and I can relate it pretty much. That's why it comes easy for
Hmm.
me.
Right.
Otherwise,
Right.
I
And
won't choose another thing.
right. Right. I think also, like you said, this is a very interesting parallel that both the fields, both the subjects can instantly be applied to daily life.
Yeah, you
So
can
that's an interesting
talk to
parallel.
anyone about money. They will be interested if, especially if you tell them that then you can grow their money. Nobody will
Absolutely.
say no, no, no. They won't say it's boring. They will be interested to
Right.
know.
And right. And I think same for psychology. If you tell somebody you're
Yeah,
reading, they're always interested to know more about it.
yeah, yeah. It
Right.
helps in many ways.
So yeah, so are you aware of this particular website called Udemy? Have you heard of it?
And they sell courses, I guess.
Yes,
Udemy.
they sell courses. I think have you ever looked through it? Looked through their courses?
Actually, I don't really go to paid courses. I rely on YouTube videos mainly.
Mhm.
Though for CFA, I have subscribed to one paid course. But I think Khan Academy is also good. I haven't gone through the Udemy, but the great
Uh-huh.
courses, I used to download it from torrents. The great courses.
Oh, they're also available in torrent.
These days I don't know because in college I used to download, but these days you have to struggle a lot because they have banned so many. So
They have, yes.
they ban, but some mirror site will be there, so you have to keep searching for them because for one day or two they will be there, but after that, I don't know how they get to know they will ban it. Again, they will create some new web link, so you have to keep searching them, but they are available.
Right, right. I was absolutely unaware of the fact that there are also, courses available on torrent.
Yeah, yeah, you can download. I think Udemy will also be there somewhere.
Right, okay. But in particular to Udemy, why I mentioned it was that I think on Udemy there's such a, variety of courses. More than courses available online. It's like the diversity of the courses that they have. For example, I think I came across a course which was based on psychology of economics. So when you
Yeah,
were talking about the parallel of the two, so that's when I thought of it. That maybe it is something of your interest.
I have gone. I mean, the great courses is also there, and they also have the same title, the
So is
psychology
it
of.
like a platform? Great courses.
They tie up with professors. They make a course like they cover so many topics, and then they sell it. They will give you the content, and you can
Uh,
look through it. You can try it. They will give some, free minutes to watch it, and then you can decide whether you want to go ahead with buying them or not. So that used to be in my previous laptop. I had that. I had downloaded so many courses. There are so many like there were course on meditation, then visualizing maths. So we are taught maths like Edison just summit. So they will tell you how to visualize, how to see what the question is being asked, so you can
Oh,
relate to it. It will make you easy to understand maths.
right, right. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah. I have
I'd love to go
downloaded it.
through it.
Just search. Maybe you can find somewhere available for free.
What is the keyword I should look for?
The great courses.
All right, okay, fine. I think there's another thing that I'd love to know your opinion on because you mentioned it very slyly. It was something on the lines of privatization.
Yeah.
Um, so what do you think? What is it as a public sector employee uh, and an economic student? Um, what do you think about privatization and the move that it is on in the country?
Actually, the PSU were made with the intention that by the time our private players they have the resources, we should keep these companies which will help the government in the development of our nation. And it's written. I mean, the objective was once we have reached to that level, we should privatize it. So, but the way it is being done, it's not really good because recently BPCL they canceled their program of being privatizing because they couldn't find buyers. Maybe there was some, I don't know what happened there. So I mean, nobody trusts the government. If they do it in a transparent way, if they do it with, I mean, the way it should be done, then it's good. But that is not happening. So right now, I don't really know. But yes, if they do it, they do privatize it, and if the private players are able to run it in efficient way, then it's good for the country. But that doesn't happen.
That does not happen in practice.
Once you see the government companies are not there, then these companies they sort of come into, I mean, they put into practice so many malpractices that the common people suffer. So I
Right,
think there need to be a balance.
right. And I think PSUs create that balance, right?
Yes.
And that's what we started with. We had a mixed economy that we wanted to work both with capitalism and socialism. So PSU was the backbone of socialism.
But some people they also take advantage of it. They won't work because they know nobody can hire them. So
Hmm.
there needs to be a system where if somebody is not performing, then they should be able to fire him, but with on reasonable basis, not just fire because you have something against them and you don't want to see them, so just fire them.
Right,
So
right, right. Again, there are so many gray areas in such things.
yeah, so it's very difficult to come to any conclusion that if we just privatize everything, then everything will be hunky dory. No, it's not like that. There are so many reasons, historical backgrounds. So many things to keep in mind before even going ahead with this privatizing plan.
Mhm. Absolutely, sir. I completely agree with you. I think we started out with an aim of balance when we started the country, and we must maintain that balance because
Yes,
that's the foundation of how we started the economy.
at least for now.
At least for now, especially in such in, times of such instability in terms of so many things.
And this PSU, it gives consumer confidence because the private players they cannot give because you see so many frauds happening in many banks, but PSU they are still able to. People have confidence, but if you look at this Yes Bank, what happened at there, people were lining up there to withdraw their money because they didn't have any confidence that this
Right.
yeah, but that didn't happen with the PNB because they know that the government is there, their money is safe in safe hands.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it also creates a it also contributes to the image of a country about
Yes.
the work that they do and how they handle their functions on a daily basis.
But most of the developed companies hardly have any PSUs. It's all in private hands.
I think it's also because most of the developed countries started with the base of capitalism. For example, US or China. China is a communist nation, so they never started with the idea of socialism. Theirs was communism, and they've stuck around at it. So it's with US. They started with capitalism and they stuck around with that.
Yes. But we are trying to copy them anyway. So slowly, they, I think every decision you see, they just copy. They try to implement what's already there.
Right. For
This
example, our education system.
recent Agniveer scheme, it's also copied from somewhere because
Exactly.
yeah.
Right. The Agniveer scheme is copied from UK and
So
US.
even Israel have 2 or 3 years of compulsory. So everyone they have to contribute.
Right, right. I think
It's
also
not
the education
voluntary.
system, right? The education system which started out with no stream or something mix of different things. I think it is also primarily a copy of Western education system in a lot of ways. So I've always been of belief that because we're trying to copy, so we can never become them entirely, and we're not even left of what we are really. So
Yes,
really nowhere.
yes.
Right. I think so. With that, the session's also about to end.
Okay.
I had a great conversation with you. No grammatical errors, no nothing technical. That's why I did not interrupt you anywhere because there wasn't any mistake. And that's it from my end. Anything else, sir,
Our
that you
time
want to do?
is our time over, I think. Yes.
It might end any second now.